Hey, it's me, Puppet DM, and I'm here to tell you all about the sponsors we have here at the Wandering Society. We're sponsored here by Mage Hand Press, makers of a bunch of 5th edition supplements, like the Book of Kobold or their series of new classes. And don't forget, Arcmada, the amazing sci-fi fantasy campaign setting for the world's greatest role-playing game. Be sure to check them out at store.mageandpress.com. Up next, we have Roll20. It's the platform we use here at the Wandering Society to play all of our games. It's easy to use, intuitive, and it now comes with dark mode. Be sure to check them out at roll20.net. We're also sponsored by Art Talsorian Games. Art Talsorian Games make great RPGs, and they've been doing so since the early 90s. Check their books. They've got Cyberpunk Red, which Simon tells me has been played here extensively, Castle Falkenstein, which also has been played here, and The Witcher, which has also been. Okay, we get it! Check them out at your FLGS or online at rtalsoriangames.com. Have you ever wanted to wake up and smell the coffee? Well, now you can with this next sponsor, Found Familiar. Get yourself some damn good coffee at foundfamiliar.com and use the code on the screen to get 15% off. What do you mean I can't drink coffee? What the fuck is felt? And we couldn't end this segment without talking about our good friends at Die Hard Dice. That's right. As a Dice affiliate, we are proud to partner with Die Hard Dice to bring you only the best in shiny click-clacks. Click-clacks? What is... Ow. You can check their ever-growing collection over at dieharddice.com and use the link below to get 15% off. You're putting this all on me? I better get a cut.
Scion! Whoa, took a while for the mic to kick in. Hi, I'm Simon at Wandering DM, and I am the Fates for our little game today. I, of course, use he, him pronouns. Before we go into, a whole spiel about, what happened last week, or 2 weeks ago, I believe, and what the Scions are about to face, let's just introduce them first, and tell us who you are playing, and then we'll dive back into the action. We'll start with let's go with Finbar today.
Okay. All right. I'm Hawkeye, Kentucky Hawkeye. I will be playing Finbar O'Dubda, Irish literature professor, and also Scion of Ogma, out of the Celtic Pantheon. I have my Louisville Slugger with me, and I'm hoping to pitch a shutout against the Balrogs tonight.
Up next, we've got D.
Hey, I'm Lynn, Grimlinart, Shive, and I am playing Dihiga, she, her, daughter of a Nari college student, allegedly still. I don't know, it's been a long time. And turned into a fox and almost got squished, so that's combat.
A good start.
Sure thing, good, very useful. Strength of a 20-year-old college student. It's gonna help.
I mean, you've got like muscles, forged in instant ramen and booze. Next, Kieran.
Hey, I am Hannah, Animation Art, she, her, and in this game I'm playing Kieran Kearney, son of Loki, he, him, adorable, incorrigible, unflappable, already mistaken for a god once. It could happen again. We don't know.
Still being mistaken for a god.
Still being mistaken for a god. It's ongoing.
Mhm.
You forgot unburnable.
There you go. I'm also unburnable.
Important
I'm
for today.
I'm immortal.
But not
No, I'm not.
unbludgeonable. So that's pretty watch out.
And bringing a bunch of people to their death.
Cool.
Last but not least, I mean, come on. Morning. Hello.
Who's bringing a bunch of people to their deaths? Me or Hannah?
Kieran,
That's
all the
true.
giants,
The giants too.
they're gonna
It's
fare
fine,
well.
they're already dead.
We already got one. One's gone already.
We'll see. Yeah, they are already dead. Well, okay, never mind. No, we're gonna see how today goes. We're gonna try and keep everyone as safe as possible. If a few giants die in the process, well, we didn't know how bad it was gonna be. Okay, hi, I'm Renee Rhodes. She, her. I played Morning. Also, she, her. She is the daughter of the Morrigan and is, I guess, also leading people to their deaths.
But not through a lie. Just saying.
But not through a lie. That's true. Just through blessings and promises of victory.
All right. Let me just get that started. So, last time on Scion, the godlings had transported themselves to the garden, this sort of halfway point between the Irish afterlife and the mundane world, basically Earth. There had been troubles in the garden for a while. There was talk of this shadowy creature of fire that was just burning everything, but things were a little more dire when the Scions arrived, as they encountered... What? Simon is mute? What? No, not muted. Can anyone hear me? On
I
Twitch?
can, yes. I
Okay.
don't know about Twitch.
Okay, no, because I see my things moving. Anyway, if anyone in chat is here and wants to just pipe up to say if we're muted or not, go ahead, because otherwise everything seems fine on OBS. But that said, yeah, transported into the Irish underworld and fought not the fire monster or the shadow or whatever it was at first, but a group of Fomoris, giants coming from a different underworld, basically. To the people of the garden, these were invaders, but to someone like Kieran, these were part of his people. The giants, the Jotnar of Norse mythology. With a lot of ingenuity and cunning, the godlings managed to traverse the island and reach one of the refugee camp that housed, amongst others, Taliesin, Morning's mortal father, who, along with Boudica, sort of explained the situation of what had been going on, and the godlings decided that we couldn't wait for the garden to perish as other underworlds had started to completely disappear. And so, armed with nothing but your bravery in the face of overwhelming odds, you rushed to where the creature that you call the Balrog could be found. D sort of baited him out of hiding and into where you were setting up, and got injured for it. But now that everyone is grouped up, the Fomoris are ready to launch their assault. So are what few souls of the garden that are willing to take up arms might do. And the 4 of you. Oh, and JD. I keep forgetting JD. So, before we begin, let's just go and roll everyone. I would need your best combat skill plus cunning. And you need to beat a... Just see with that. Doo-doo-doo.
Uh-oh.
So 3. Yeah, you only need to beat 3 successes. So that's a 1 for Finbar, 1 for D.
This is cunning plus our best combat skill?
Your best combat skill, yeah.
Okay.
What is combat other than close combat?
You
be
also
firearms,
have,
yeah,
firearms, you have athletic,
Oh, okay.
and that's it. It's one of those
Oh,
three.
wow.
How are
Okay.
you like this?
The cunning.
As the Balrog approaches, this giant creature, I've described him last time, but for those just tuning in, you know, it is massive, several stories high. Most of you reach about like mid-calf to this creature. It's got a humanoid body with like goat legs and massive arms of molten rock and lava filled with these black spikes that basically cover his entire body. His torso is just shaped. Imagine if all the muscles were basically lava under a sheet of rock. It's got the face of kind of a gorilla, but with a mouth filled with fangs, some so long that they actually pierce through the skin. And in the center of its torso, there is this big closed eye. Oh, and it's got a wicked barbed tail and a giant axe made of fire and death. And as it, you know, rushes through the plain, the clearing, really, where you decided to fight it, everyone freezes except for Kieran. Basically, Kieran, you get to play, then the Balrog, and then we keep going with just regular combat with like all of you
Okay.
on the one side. But just seeing its terrible form and the promises of destruction that comes with it, everyone except Fireboy is rooted in place.
Do we get any momentum for failing so miserably?
Thank you for reminding me. Yes, you would actually gain
Yes.
3 momentum because all
Okay,
of you
cool.
failed.
Good. Good.
Great way to start this fight, y'all.
You all win
Yeah.
because you all
Generate-
fail.
We generate momentum, at least.
It's called failing forward.
You're right. Okay. I would like to use Flash Freeze against the Balrog.
Remind me what it does again.
It says you can drain away the heat of the world, icing over landscapes and freezing enemies from the inside out. Roll this as an attack using highest power attribute plus occult. It has the bashing,
Nice.
piercing, ranged, and shockwave tags. Ground becomes ice slick, difficult terrain.
Cool.
Bodies of water freeze over, pipes burst, yada yada yada.
Bashing, piercing, okay. Range, so that's fine. Shockwave, well, there's no more than the Balrog, but it's still going to have an effect. And your power and power plus occult, so your highest power is basically look at the first line of stats, and it's the highest of all of them. So like physical power is might, then it's intelligence, and then it's presence.
Okay, let's try this. Come on now. Come on.
And you would need more successes than that.
Yeah.
You will your power into the dagger. And you can see, like, the ground around the Balrog begins to freeze over. You see a rime begins to cover the herbs, the herbs, wow. The grass, the stones, it even crawls up on some of the trees around. But as soon as it's supposed to reach the Balrog's feet, it just melts into water.
Ah, damn.
The creature laughs, question mark. There's a sort of bellowing growl that comes out of it. The sound that many people who have drank too much at a party might remember. It looks at the group of you. If I remember correctly, though, D, you are still hidden from him, are you?
Yeah, I dove as soon as it tried. Like, no, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna hit by his hand. Whatever this fiery weapon. No, absolutely not.
So it's going to go straight for Kieran.
Oh boy.
It'll rush forward. And it will just rush forward for now with its axe held high, and just slash at Kieran, trying to cut down this annoying little puny mortal, or puny soul, so far as the Balrog is concerned. What's your defense, Kieran?
Not awesome. My defense is... Where would I find that? Why can I not find that?
Defense would be your best resilience stat. No, actually it's physical, so it would be just your stamina.
Oh, stamina. I have 2 points.
And I have seven successes.
Oh.
So you're definitely going to take 1 injury.
Okay, I have +1 to bruised. I have +2 to injured. So and then I have. Actually,
The numbers are the complications you get if you have an injury of that type.
Oh, so that doesn't mean I get 1 in bruised, 2 in.
No.
Okay.
Just to make sure that y'all have the proper amount of HP, just in case.
Am I bruised?
Everyone should have. If you do not have more than 2 stamina, you only have 1 bruise, 1 injure, 1 maim, 1 taken out. Then if your stamina is 3 or 4, you get 1 additional bruise. And if your stamina is 5, you get 2 additional bruise.
So that would take me out.
No, because you cannot... I can't just choose the damage stunt over and over and over. The best I can do is do damage,
Yeah.
and then a crit for 4 successes. And then I still have 2 successes left to do whatever I want with. No, 7 minus 2, that's 5. So it's only going to be 2 damage for you. Because he can't also, like, drop you prone or anything. So you go
Okay.
straight to injured.
Okay.
You also catch on fire.
I put myself out. Like,
But it doesn't really, matter for you. If you weren't, you realize that the fire, the flames that remain after it's
wait a minute.
swiped, those could easily kill someone who's not immune to fire.
I try not to catch on fire if you can.
Don't tell us the totally obvious. Just the merely obvious will suffice.
Okay.
It's worse behind you, Kieran. When it slashed through the air, trying to cut you down, you barely, jumped out of the way. By the way, since you have an injury that's greater than Bruce, what happened? Like, how did it injure you?
Okay, so it took a swipe at me with its big ol' axe.
Yeah, just like vertical swipe.
Okay, it sent me flying back into the line of the trees. Bam! I'm not immune to trees as much as I'm immune to fire. Broke 2 ribs.
Cool, so you can write it next to injured, broke
Okay.
2 ribs.
It is definitely the way of your pantheon to be hurt, just grievously hurt by
Being thrown
Flora.
into things.
by Flora.
Yeah.
That means that your complication, your +2, it basically adds 2 to the difficulty of anything that you would do if broken ribs would make it harder. That said, when it cut through the air, the other Scions, those of you that are near where Kieran used to be, there is now a gash in the earth. Just this, it's about as deep as a ditch, really. It's not like a bottomless pit, but it quickly fills with magma. Magma that does not exist on the Isle. It's almost as if the underworld was bleeding fire. That was his turn.
Good.
Now it's all of you. And remember, you also have the giants with you.
Please let me go first.
Go for it.
Go.
I use 1 legend to for Herald of Victory, and I raise my sword and I cry, "Do not be afraid, for this is the way to life beyond." And I promise victory to all characters on my side of the fight,
Cool.
who gain enhancement plus an enhancement of 1 on all actions.
Ooh.
Thank you for letting me go first.
Yeah, that means that every one of you, if you score 1 success, you automatically have like another success. And there's no roll for this. Wow. Cool.
No, it's I have to spend a legend though, so that is
Yeah, and I mean spend a legend and your turn to boost everyone.
yes.
Are you astride midnight?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you deliver you're basically, Theoden before the battle, shouting your words of encouragement and attracting the attention of the Balrog at the same time. You get to choose, but do you want the giants to also have that enhancement?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
cool.
This is everybody on our side of the fight.
Okay.
Cool.
Then it's up to the rest of you. I'll do the NPCs last before we move on to the Balrog.
Sure.
Is Kieran within getting to him within this round?
I don't have any powers to move someone out of combat range, so you can reach him definitely.
I was worried that golf swung him 200
No, so-
yards. Okay,
Or-
good.
to have an impact that becomes a mechanical impact.
Yeah.
I would have had to either decide to fling him away instead of critting, or the Balrog would need a power for that, and
Okay.
it's powerful, but it doesn't have that.
Okay.
Oh, and I
D
needed
is-
to use one tension.
Yeah, D is going to change back into her human form, just dash toward the to Kieran on fire.
Oh, I put myself out, didn't I?
Well, I mean, like, I saw when he swung, it's just like you were on fire
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Human
Like,
fireball.
Human fireball, yeah, and she's going to try and see if you're okay and if there's anything that she can do to kind of take care of like if anything happened to you. Like, so the bag is coming out with like bandage, ice packs, anything like that.
I'm a little sore some here. If there's anything you can do.
I am. Ah, fuck! I am surprised you're still. Oh my. Well, at least you know what. At least you're fireproof.
You know
It
what?
could be a lot worse. I don't think I have
He
enough.
can't kill me.
I don't think I have enough burn ointment to cover what the hell that thing did. Okay, just all right. Here we go. I think I have something. I'm gonna use damage conversion.
Mm-hmm.
See
So
what
that
I
would
think.
take the worst injury that Kieran has
Mm-hmm.
and bring it down one step.
Okay.
So basically, your injury, your broken ribs, is no longer a +2; it's a +1. Like it goes up to bruise instead.
Oh, bruise? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thank
So
you.
damage conversion, what it does is it basically heals like the last HP you have, the
Okay.
last damage you took, kind of. Is that takes your turn, I believe.
Oh yes, it does.
Is
yeah.
it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, better or worse than when your dad dropped you out of the sky?
Different.
Okay, at least.
Dad didn't light me on fire.
All right, and she'll reach out her hand and like to kind of like pull you up to the
Mm,
able to stand. Okay,
thank you much.
what the hell are we gonna do?
Maybe we try attacking from the back. The front seems a little, swingy.
That seemed to be focusing on morning. I hopefully
You're taking the words right out of my mouth.
think of something.
For my turn.
All right, that's
Go, Finbar.
All right, I am going to use my purview of the wild and my ability to move through all sorts of terrain with relative ease. While he's focused on Kieran and now has his attention on morning, I'm going to sweep around to try to get an attack on him from behind.
Okay.
Use that to get in position so he doesn't see me, and then swing with good old Louis.
Give me that roll.
Okay, so that would be close combat and
Might.
might. Okay. One success, probably not enough.
Nope. But
But you
I
do get
did
an
forget.
additional-
Oh, I do get +1 because of.
Yeah, that is 2. And that's 2 successes
Okay.
because of morning. However, I also forgot to add momentum for Kieran earlier. So you're at 5 momentum, by the way.
Okay.
hell yeah.
You swing, and almost instinctively, its tail just comes around and would block, like parry your blow. Hard
Now,
enough.
Does quick point order? Does this? I can't remind me because my memory's failing right now. Is this roll pre-built with the +1 I get for the shillelagh?
No, it does not, because it's just the sheet itself. So the shillelagh was.
Is it +1 die or just +1 success? I can't. Remember.
It's +1 die to close combat rolls.
All right, so let me do the other roll for that one.
Sure. That's 3 successes total.
That gives me. Is that enough?
No, it is not.
Okay. Hey, I had to try.
Do you want to burn some momentum? Because
I guess
you
it would
would
probably
be
depend
you would
on-
be at 4 if you decide to burn momentum. Because the 5th point is the one you get for missing with the shillelagh.
Right. Shall I go ahead? Do we want to get a strike in on him?
I think we do.
Initial
Let's
strike.
try.
Okay. Let's go ahead and burn 1 momentum. Get the strike.
So that would be just an extra die.
Okay. Boom.
4 successes is not enough. But I can tell you that it is very close to what you need.
So we need 5.
Do you want to burn more, or we leave it as is for now?
I don't know the answer to this.
I'm gonna hedge on waiting because let's not burn them all now.
Okay.
All right.
Save them for ones that are real close that we know we can get the results with rather than chasing after, pardon the pun, the foxes that may or may not be there.
Sure.
So with 4 successes, like when you hit and it parries your bat, like you manage to clip one of the spikes off, but just the reverberation of the impact, it shuts up your arm, basically like giving you the same feeling when you hit your funny bone.
Yeah, like hitting a foul tip off the end of the bat on a 40-degree day.
Mm-hmm. Except it's more than 40 degree when you're next to it.
Yeah.
Not cool. Not cool. And it seems to have taken note of your presence as well.
That's fine. Let's keep its attention darting from one to another.
And now we're at
Mentally busy.
Kieran and the Giants.
All right. What sort of attacks do the giants have available to them?
The Giants were... I'm going to take care of them unless you want to tell them what to do. But basically, they're Vikings. They have weapons and they're going to charge.
Okay.
Some of them have like throwing axes before jumping into melee. But most of them are just going to swarm the Balrog.
That's what I want. Friends, take this thing down for your god. For Valhalla.
The Giants roar and charge out of hiding, weapons held high. You see there's a few like throwing axes that are flung from the group and a javelin, or maybe it was a harpoon. And they just bounce off harmlessly from his off of his shell, molten core thing. And the others just reach up to it and begin to strike. Where are my giant stats? Right here. Yeah. They've got... Well, you know what? Kieran, you can roll for them. They've got 11 dice
Okay.
to attack.
One success.
You're
One.
kidding.
Is that
Uh,
with their enhancement? Or no, sorry.
That
the
would be
enhancements
2 with
added
their
after a
enhancement.
So they have
success.
Yeah.
2.
Oh, yeah.
they-
Yikes.
They jump... Oh, and by the way, the Giants do not generate momentum because they're not you
Yeah, they're not
Right.
us.
specifically.
Right.
But they
Fair
start
enough.
to jump, to climb onto the Balrog and try to break through his armored body with their weapons. And the Balrog just like takes one, throws it as far as he can, kind of like what he did with Kieran. Smacks a few with its tail, barely missing Finbar in the process. It's a good diversion. The Balrog turns and let's go with
Goodbye, Giants.
yeah, No, it doesn't have enough tension yet. Can't use that just yet. So it's only going to, yeah, it's just going to swipe at the giants. Your friends, the giants, by the way, have 5 health.
Oh no.
They don't have wounds like you have, you know, that give complication and everything. They have regular HP, if you will.
They will just
And they have a
annihilated.
defense of 5. Huh?
I said they'll just be annihilated when they get taken down. It's okay.
Well, let's see if
Oh boy.
that happens. Three successes is not enough. So the Balrog is basically busy trying to just fend off all of the giants that keep jumping at him, striking at him. They're annoying mosquitoes, but there's so many of them that he can't help himself but try to swat them away. We've got JD, we've got Boudica left. I have a question, players. Do you want Boudica to come and help? Because technically, she never said she wouldn't do anything. She doesn't enjoy the prospect of potentially dying in combat. But if one of you was to call out to her for help, like, perhaps she would. So I'm just leaving that up in your hands while we check what JD is up to.
I mean, I think I would have maybe had a conversation with her as we were on the way here, just to say, like, we don't expect you to fight with us, but if you so choose, your skill in battle would be appreciated. And kind of leave it to her. I recognize that means she might not be in at the start of battle, like, you know, like
Well, can you make a presence and persuasion check?
Sure. How do you remember all these skills and attributes when you're calling for roles like this?
Because two things. Most of them are similar to vampire. And I mean, I have been working, 40 hours a week on vampire for the last 2 years. And also, I have your sheets up.
Fair.
So I can
too.
I can remember like what they are, but that's why sometimes you'll hear me like call out for like awareness, for instance, which doesn't exist in Scion because they changed the name.
Right.
So with 2 successes, she's not going to show up on the first turn,
That's fair.
but she is going to show up on the. You said 2?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3. So yeah, next turn basically.
Okay.
As for JD. Great, I don't have his whole sheet here.
Just to clarify, and even if it's unnecessary, both JD and Boudica would benefit from the enhancement because they are on our side of the fight.
That makes sense. F J H I there we go. Yeah, so JD is nowhere to be seen.
Stressing me out.
I still need to just make a roll real quick. Actually, some of you might be able to see him now. That is true. If you want to try your hands at seeing JD, you would need 5 successes on a oh, what would that be? Resolve and composure. Check.
Why not? We'll try.
Which is something that I think the sheet won't be able to do, and you'll have to roll manually.
Yeah, I don't see
Resolve
Oh,
and
because
composure
they're-
are both attributes.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. Okay. Well, did I hit the button yet? Okay, I need to roll some more here. Let's see, I need, what, 9 more? D10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on mine.
Damn.
I have 5 in both categories.
One on mine, I think.
Simon, you're muted.
Sorry, hit my mic. Finbar, you're the only one who notices that, yes, JD has disappeared, but you can see where he is. There's like this hazy version of, blurry, more than hazy, version of JD that is circling around the whole battlefield and trying to get in position for something.
Okay. So they're not being a lily-livered scum and trying to hide from everything. You've actually got some method in your madness. Okay. That's fine.
The Balrog played. It's up to all 4 of you.
Oh, right.
No, yeah. No, the Balrog hasn't played yet.
Okay.
Has he? Yes, he did.
He played
Yes,
right
he did.
after me. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. I should have done JD first.
He broke 2 of my ribs, man. Come on.
No,
I
no,
think
no,
he
no.
played Kieran pretty good there.
So on the first round, the Balrog did its stuff. Only Kieran could act.
Right.
The rest of you lost your turn. Then the Balrog went. Then all the players went. But I did an attack from the Balrog on the Giants. No, I
And
haven't.
It opened the magma, right? That was its action.
No, that was on Kieran.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
action on Kieran.
So I haven't rolled the attack of the... So now it's the Balrog trying to get the Giants off of its back. No, wait. Those 10 dice were... No! Never mind. Never mind. Sorry, wrong order. Let me write it down for myself so I remember. It's the Godlings, the NPCs, then the Balrog. Yeah, let's keep it clean. So Godlings, you're up. I did JD and the Giants after the Balrog. JD after the Balrog, which is what confused me.
So, Simon, this says that neither I nor my personal belongings can suffer fire damage.
Yeah?
How big is the Balrog?
It's like a 3-story high creature.
Okay. That
Why?
does complicate things. Well, I was thinking of trying to cause a distraction, but I don't know if that'll work, considering my size versus the Balrog's size. Let me tell you what I have in mind, and you tell me if it would work. What I'd like to do is I'd like to use his distraction while he's trying to get the Giants off of him. I'd like to climb up his back and use my belt, because I am wearing a belt, because I have a belt buckle. And I'd like to use my belt to sort of try to choke him from the back.
Choke him is not going to work.
I didn't think so.
Because
My little short arm span and my little belt.
Yeah, its neck is like 7 or 8 feet wide.
Tree trunk.
It's a if you wanted to hang on to like one of its spines or one of its spikes, sorry, using your belt, like that could be like you could ride the Balrog like a rodeo.
Sure, yeah, that sounds good. Let's Shadow of the Colossus this real quick. Like
I'll leave it up to you to either use it's going to be might, that's for sure. But
damn,
either
okay.
athletics or close combat to run up the basically run up the tail and up the Balrog as it's actively trying to swing people off of itself.
do I get any sort of thing for it being already distracted by my army?
No, because they haven't done any, like they haven't been able to do anything substantial. So it doesn't have any complication or whatnot. Right now it's just the advantage that you have is that I made it attack the giants first.
And that you have a +1 enhancement.
And yeah.
Okay.
Is there any way she could run my direction, and as she's running up there, I do the old scoop the hand under the foot to give her a boost up? Give her an old alley-oop. Help lift.
Does this count as chaos?
I would say yes.
Okay. So can I get the enhancement from Finbar giving me a boost?
Yeah, what we'll do is Finbar, roll might and athletic.
All right.
And whatever successes you have become enhancements for Kieran.
Okay.
It's better than nothing. I got
The
next
one
to
die.
nothing.
I had one
Like-
die and I got it.
Oof, really? Oh,
You
holy
actually
crap.
rolled a 10 and then a 7, so you could have gotten
Yeah.
2.
I almost got 2.
Almost. All right, let's. Oh,
Oh
man.
no, wait. Yeah, that's true. Finbar also has an enhancement because you have an enhancement to everything you do. So that's 2 successes on Finbar. So Kieran automatically has 3 enhancements, but you roll 0 successes.
I
You
got
want
a
to burn some
0,
momentum.
I don't think
There's
so.
4 in the pool. Nope. All right. Then we're gonna add a 5th point. And
You try to boost my little foot up, and the thing's tail comes and just like smacks me out of the air. Like, well, I tried, man.
We tried.
the rest of you.
You want to go first?
I want to
Morning,
get
or do you
rid of
want me
that
to?
tail. I want to get rid of the tail.
Ooh.
I am riding Midnight. I think I am just kind of like similarly to JD, I guess. I just don't see it. Riding around the clearing. And I am going to take my sword and on a pass just try and hack the tail off. Basically. Lop it off. Give me a sec to roll. So I still had my other thing in there. Okay, that is... oh, please hold. Okay, that's 6 successes. Plus 7. You're muted again.
Gosh darn it. You needed
Wait, that's
6.
more than 6. Yeah, that's 6 successes, and I did roll. Okay, no, I rolled right. Sorry.
Yep.
Got to make sure I rolled for my sword, but I did account for that. Okay.
Cool. Well, you needed 6.
Cool.
You technically have 7 because of your enhancement.
Yes.
So with that 1 extra point, you can look at the stunts and combat handout. If there's one that you want to, like one that costs only 1 success that you can do.
Sure.
I don't think that thing
Knockdown
has
is 1. Break up grapple. You're not in, we don't have a grapple going on. Blinding.
I think I would just spend it on a feint, to and like nod towards Finbar, to essentially stagger it. I think it's kind of like off balance. It has not fallen, like nothing else has affected it, but it is in enough of a like holy what just happened to give Finbar an enhancement.
You haven't lopped off the entire tail, but your entire sword went in it, like up to the hilt.
Yeah,
And-
that's fine. It's still confused enough by this like sudden pain on its butt.
Oh, it tries to flip around quickly, but the fact that you have your sword in the tail and you're going one way with Midnight and it's going the other way just wobbles it. It's basically off balance at the moment.
Sure.
The tail is like the inside, whatever that thing is made of, is very solid. Like, had you not been this good at fighting, you could have maybe lost your sword inside its body.
Okay. Cool.
Just saying for everybody else.
Yeah.
So Finbar, you're gonna get a +1 success, +1 enhancement on your next attack.
Okay.
Plus
that-
2 just to...
Oh, yes.
Yes. I'm sorry I'm being so, like, picky about remembering, but I really don't want to forget.
I'd rather you remember so that way I don't have to think about it.
Cool.
And that leaves us with D and Finbar this turn. No, Finbar, you tried to help Kieran.
An assist counts as a turn?
Yeah, it's an action.
Okay. Fair enough.
So there's
Alright.
only D.
Cool.
So,
So yeah,
Tag team attempt.
D is going to point at the Balrog and just say, "Oh boy, hopefully this. You are going to die right here. Sword arm missing, tail missing, cut in two. Your sword will be morning's trophy by the end of the day, and I'm gonna use neither the minute nor the hour to try and pose some difficulty on this thing.
I believe there is a roll for this.
Yes.
So your next skill is persuasion.
Yes.
I'd say for this, you could use either presence or manipulation.
Manipulation. I don't know what I'm talking about necessarily.
And it only has 7 dice to try to resist.
Okay. Alright.
Oops. That's 2. That's 2. So you need more than
And
2 successes.
I get that +1, right? To the
All right.
Yeah,
Alright,
so
cool.
so you only need 1 success and you're fine.
Okay.
Boom.
Ooh.
The Balrog now has a +1 difficulty to everything it does.
Probably looking at me. That's not a great feeling. That's not.
It looks at you, and then at Morning, who you've called out in your speech, and then it sort of swings its tail around to try to see the damage, and it does not enjoy that your prophecy is becoming true. Speaking of prophecy, there's currently a giant trying to hack away at its at its arm.
Come on, Jack.
Let's do giants together.
Okay, buddies.
Let's go, Giants.
No, they do not have 21 dice. That's a little
Be
too
nice.
many. Yeah.
We won't
no.
argue.
They have 11. That's 3 successes for them. Definitely not enough. And so the Balrog do I or do I not?
Do what? These are my children, Simon. Be gentle with them.
I had them for one day.
You remember
I
that?
would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Do you remember the giant that was flung all the way back, like away? He's running back, charging, sword and axe in hands, letting out a war cry, and the Balrog just turns to it, and the eye in the middle of its chest opens up.
Oh no.
And there is no beam, there's no light, there's no energy, there's no nothing. The giant just disintegrates into nothingness. And then the eye closes.
Well, shoot.
Now
That
we
is
know what that
one
does.
less.
Now
Yep.
we know what that does. It's not good. Not good. I don't think that's fire, Karen. I don't know. I wouldn't want to try it. If that's
Am I
fire.
immune to lasers? Does that
Why do you think-
think?
Why do you think I'm attacking this thing from behind?
Let's do the other giants during that time, because I did the Balrog after, again. I did the Balrog too soon, again. Giants have not enough anyway. Oh, no, wait. There's a 10 in there. Yeah, no. They keep trying to hack away at the Balrog, and he just sweeps them off of itself, throws them back, kicks them. Not enough to
Harshing.
destroy
Yeah.
them, but enough to, like, make it so that the giants are starting to have second thoughts that what they're doing is just not working. And that is when...
That's faux play, man.
How many dice do I have? 10 plus 4 enhancement. With 5 successes, that's when a blue streak comes out of nowhere, except for Finbar, who notices. JD just threw, actually it has like a, you know, that like sort of blue lightning energy thing. He's got a bow made out of it, and he just fired an arrow from away, from afar, and it hits the giant, the Balrog, like in at the base of the neck, and it deals 1 damage. Because I've got barely enough successes, because of the stealth and because of morning. The giant
Yay.
notices.
Oof.
And now it's your turn, everyone. And Boudica starts acting on this turn, so whenever her initiative comes up.
Okay, I have... Okay, so I'm gonna ask. I've done some damage. I've given a couple of enhancements.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would like to try and understand the battlefield.
Mhm.
And imbue 1 legend during this. I would like to ask what or where should I look to find a tactical advantage?
A tactical advantage? The eye.
Okay.
That giant eye, you know, as much as it's got like a toughened exterior, sort of like a molten rock armor almost on itself, you realize that the eyelid, you know, after it opened and closed, it's the same color as the rest of its body, but the material that the eyelid is made of is not like stone. It seems to be fleshier, softer. And just like the Balor of Legends, the way the Balor was killed was by getting a stone in the eye.
Okay. I think I call out to everyone as I am looping the clearing again and say, stay out of the path of its eye, but aim for it.
Mechanically, here's how it works. You can choose to aim for the eye, just like Morning chose to aim for the tail. It adds 1 complication to your check. But if you succeed, yay, it works. Or if you manage to score enough successes and score a crit, you can just choose to damage the eye instead. Okay? There's like other stuff that will happen once you hit the eye, but I'll tell you that when it happens.
Sure. I will say that this grants enhancement on applicable rolls to use the eye, or like that as a tactical advantage, but it doesn't directly benefit attack or defense. So that is the difference here than with Way of Flesh, with Herald of Victory.
Cool. Then I know what's going to happen. Should anyone find themselves in the way of the eye, the giants cannot resist. They're not divine. You have a chance of not being disintegrated. Since it's not a defense roll, you would get an enhancement on it.
Okay.
Because you're just like with, the Medusa or the Basilisk, your character would now figure out to like avoid looking at the eye.
Sure.
If you roll high enough.
Sure.
That was morning. How about everybody else?
Question. Can I play a boon and a knack at the same time?
It depends what type of actions they require.
Okay.
Knacks often don't have any actions. They just happen. But some do. So what is the one that you're looking for?
I was wanting to combine Walk Unnoticed with Blather and Skite. So Walk Unnoticed makes me basically unable to be perceived.
So Walk Unnoticed is reflexive. You're fine. It's reflexive is like a thing you can do. You can do it every turn. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so I want to give him the +3 complication to seeing me, and then I also want to do Blather and Skite so that he's got like nonsense coming from everywhere. So while he's trying to find me, I want it. Will that give them any sort of like enhancement to their attacks while he's trying to find where my voice is coming from?
Yes, but this is not a creature of lower tier than you. So you're gonna have to roll for each. So your clash for Walk Unnoticed is your manipulation plus your legend versus in my case it's the desperation roll. So you would need,
Okay.
but it's got a +1 difficulty. So right now you only need 1 success. Yeah, you only need 1 success on manipulation plus legend.
Okay. Come on. Oh,
That's
that is
1.
1 success. Okay.
So you're fine because anyway morning gives you a +1. So
okay,
it works.
good. So I have a 2.
So you don't need to reroll, but you walk unnoticed. Just like basically almost like JD earlier, you just disappear from sight.
Mm-hmm.
The giants, however, have no idea. Like they cannot defend against this. They cannot see you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Blather and Skite is also a
It requires a
check.
knack skill roll to work on someone of higher tier. Is he higher tier than me?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's your in this case that would be like manipulation and subterfuge.
Okay, so I don't get the 5 from Trickster. I have to do manipulation subterfuge.
The 5 from Trickster?
Yeah, I have a 5 in Trickster. Under Callings and Knacks.
What? I don't think that those points do anything.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. It just says it's a knack roll. Knack skill roll. So is that
Yeah. A knack
manipulation
skill
and
is basically a knack skill is basically what kind of skill would you have tied to this knack?
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Which again, my books are freaking out. So that's a 3 against a 1, so it also works. One turn in combat before they realize. All right,
Do I get an extra success from morning?
Yeah, but you only needed 2, so it's fine.
Okay, but that still means that
One.
there's 10 minutes where he's looking for me. So that gives them 10.
In combat, it's 1 turn per.
Still 2 turns.
Yeah, so for 2 turns, the Balrog is not going to do anything aside from being utterly confused at what's going on. So let me do that. Alright, who else in the Godling hasn't played? D and Finbar, I think.
All right. Do you have something in mind, D, that you want to do now, or shall I go ahead and go?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to shift my position from behind. Originally, I was going for this guy's Achilles tendons to try to make it slow down, take out his lower core. But when I hear Morning cry that out, I'm going to move to the side and try to swing to hit him right in. If I get the eyelid, I'll be happy.
All right.
So we'll do the roll, and if I get the bonuses, all the better.
Can I assist Finbar? This is gonna do nothing. I want to just throw the rice at it. This isn't gonna do shit to it, but it's gonna like annoy it. Or
You want to annoy him with the rice?
yeah, like
I'd say this would be, if you're throwing something at someone, that would be like dexterity athletics.
okay. Okay. One success. This is about.
Well, that would give
So that's
1
2.
enhancement to
Okay, good.
yeah, so as it's looking around utterly confused, there's people hacking away at it, and then it starts to hear voices of Kieran just taunting him from everywhere at once, and then there's just a fistful of rice that
Divine rice. It doesn't know if it's like. If it's
it doesn't burn him or anything, but it just, the Balrog turns to you with like a really expression on its face. But that is the one opening that you needed for Finbar to hit.
All right,
Finn-
so I have the bonus from Morning for the inspirational speech from the beginning, and now what do I get from the feint?
So it's another
One more.
enhancement. Yeah.
So okay.
You're at
So
3, I
basically,
think.
you have a +2 successes so long as you roll at least 1, and it's might
All
and
right.
close combat.
Well,
All right,
did
let's-
Lynn's success give an additional enhancement
because-
as well?
Yeah, because I forget. Morning, you give a +1 to D, so that's 2. So that becomes 2 to Finbar as well. Plus
I
1
gave
because
it
of
to,
morning.
I gave the feint to Finbar. Yeah.
So Finbar, right now you're at +4. So you only need to roll 1 success, and you already go like to 5.
Good.
Right. And I want 2 to hit.
Mind you, if you're hitting the eyelid, yeah, you need 2 successes total.
Yeah. I'm aiming body. I'll take the eye if I get enough.
It's
bonus
the
off of
same. Yeah, so it's, if you aim the eye, you need a total of 6 successes instead of 5.
it. Okay.
Um,
All right. Let's see what happens.
Dang.
you get the eyelid,
We got okay.
and you have 1 extra success that you can stunt with. What is it? How does it happen?
When the giant turns its head because of the turns and sees the rice coming, try and get out of the way, I'm able to slip around from behind, and I'm able to get the swing aim so I can get it right at the space between where one lid comes down and the other one comes up. I'm able to aim my hit to get it right in between there.
You strike at it, and instead of opening up, or even your shillelagh to, pierce through maybe and hit the soft tissue of the eye, the eyelid shatters into pieces like glass. The Balrog screams in pain. You notice that under the eyelid, there's another eyelid. It's, pinkier in color. more pinkish, less used to the flame that licks its body and the light around. You're very, very familiar with Irish myth.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. There's multiple layers to this island.
Yeah. Just like Baylor.
Just as I suspected that might be the case.
That's it for everyone, I believe.
Okay, and I have the bonus that I got the bonus.
And you
for
have
the
one stunt, yeah, so let me know what you want to do with that stunt.
Let's see. Let's make this a little bit easier for the Giants. I'm going to go for a knockdown trip. The blow hits him so hard that it knocks him down. That it catches him so by surprise that it knocks him down.
Nice, nice, nice. Which means they have
So I'm going to knock him prone.
good.
It just. Oof.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Minus one to
shall we?
defense.
All right. Do we dice roll whether he falls?
Oh no,
face
it's
down or
automatic.
face up?
It's when you
No.
do.
Face up or face down. That's going to be important.
Oh shit.
Roll a d10. On an even number, it falls face up. Yep, it fell on its back.
Now it'll be easier for the Giants to go after that eye.
Yeah, because there's 2 more successes. So they got 3, 4 because of morning, 5 because you dropped them down, 6, 7 successes. They heed what morning shouted, and they go for the eye. They just jump on his stomach and begin hacking away at the eyelid. The eyelid breaks. Sorry. The Balrog screams in pain again and tries to cover its stomach with its arms. But some of the giants, try to push it out and try to keep the area open. Basically, that will count as a feint. Because they have just the 1 success. And so what they'll do with it is they will give it to Kieran, because Kieran is their god. So you've got like an extra enhancement to attack the giant. The Balrog. And we've got JD, who's now not invisible. The Balrog is prone, which kind of complicates things for JD. 4, 5, not enough. There's an arrow that just flies past the Balrog. It almost hit one of the giant that was standing on top of it, and you can hear just JD curse and shift the bow to a spear and just begin to run forward to instead, hit it from closer range. And the Balrog loses its last turn to Blather and Skype. Godlings.
Okay. Its eye is face up and it is down right now.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I did call out the eye. I think I'm gonna have to take a shot at it. So I will lift myself up on Midnight. And try to swing by and just hack at this eye, pulling myself off of Midnight. Lodging the sword in, pulling myself up, and then trying to avoid the Fomori.
Cool. I mean, you're good enough that if you want to avoid the Fomori, you will.
Sure.
Ooh, that's just 2 successes.
It's just 2 successes, but give me just a sec. So it's
Three.
only for 4 successes. Yeah.
3, 6. Well, yeah, plus
I
1.
have the enhancement.
The pool has 5 momentum in it.
Go for it.
I'm close. Okay. Just 1?
If you want to hit the
2.
eye, it's 6 successes that
Oh,
you need.
that's true.
But wait, by the way, it's prone. So in reality, you've got 5 successes already.
Still, you should
Okay,
stack the deck and use 2 at least.
Okay.
Go
I
ahead.
will use 2. That's it. That does it. Okay. Yep. Just that, but that's still
Yeah, because we are at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just enough to break another eyelid. As they get progressively, as the outer layers get progressively destroyed, you notice that the inner layer begins to also become more and more translucent. And you start, after having destroyed 3 of those eyelids, you start to see the eye inside. It's like darting left and right, trying to keep focus on like each giant that hits the eyelid, on you who just hit it. You think it might be feeling panic.
cool.
Maybe for the first time in millennia.
I love that for us.
Feel your own mortality.
Who's next?
Oh, I think I have. It's on the ground still, right?
Yep. Yeah, because I can't get up because of Kieran.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, let's keep it in place. Dee's gonna reach, just put her fingers deep in the earth, and she will summon just like the toughest vines that she can to kind of like tether this thing in place. So I'm gonna spend 1 legend for overgrowth on this thing. Right now, it'll last super long because it's on fire, but you know, it'll keep it. Hopefully.
I do believe there is a role for that. Correct?
See.
No, it's if you want to attack them. So right now it's just the pure complication, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
I don't think I get to attack until the next
So,
time. I get to.
Do you want to give them as complication or as enhancement? Or you can split them up if you want.
How much of a let me just check. How many complications do I get from this thing?
It's a
3
3.
points.
Yeah.
How many points would it be to like keep it like stuck in where it is right now?
Well, the thing is if it wants to break free of it,
Mm-hmm.
because right now it's held, but not held on the ground because it's not a grapple yet.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a nuisance for the first turn, and then on the second turn you can, even if it
Okay.
gets back up, you can bring it down.
Okay, I will give enhancement to my allies then.
All right, 3
Make
points
it
of
easier
enhancement.
so it doesn't like so it can't like dot kind of like turn out of the way if they're going for the eye.
Yeah. And also, if anyone needs to be, helped up to climb, like
Yeah.
those enhancement also count. Like they can climb on your vines now.
Yeah, they can. Got a little like ladders. If anyone needs ladders to get up to this thing. All right, cool. That's my deal.
I believe Finbar hasn't gone yet, and Kieran hasn't gone yet.
You want me to go, or do you have something that you want to do right
I
away?
thought my turn was wrapped up in still using Blether and Skype.
No.
Oh.
right,
You go ahead,
so-
Finbar.
You need to think, so I'll go ahead and go
Yeah.
then. All right. I'm going to go ahead and swing. Three plus the 1. Oh, and I got to do the additional for the shillelagh.
3,
It's
4,
3, 4, 5.
5. You're missing
Did
1.
you roll for
Oh
the
no, plus 1
explosion?
because it's +1 because it is.
Because it's
Down.
down. So that's
Um,
6.
Yeah,
What is it
and
for
then
the-
+3 for the overgrowth.
yeah.
So now you're at 9. So you definitely remove an eyelid.
Okay.
And what do you do with those 3 additional successes?
3 additional successes. Let's see. All right. Theoretical question here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this will work or not based on the way it's written, but my imagination's going a little wild here, so figure why not try it. Sunder. Use your weapon to damage your opponent's gear, making it useless for the rest of the scene. Can I sunder his eye with this hit?
That would break it. Let's do it. It'll break a second eyelid.
I didn't know if that would be considered gear or not, but since he's using it as a weapon.
I feel that unless you wanted to really break the axe, but if you want to break, like you want to sunder the eye, it would just go through the first. Normally your blow, when it breaks it, kind of like shatters it like glass, the blow stops there.
Right.
But you just hit so hard.
That
and
I break
maybe,
through too.
Yeah, that's it. Like the vines help you sort of pull the eyelid apart so you could reach deeper. The Balrog screams so loud and so powerfully that it rends the earth around it. Those gashes of magma begin to appear, just like an earthquake, as if the plates of the island itself began to move and crack. In some places, you've got the magma that juts out of nowhere, and then water that begins to seep in because the island is cracking apart. The sky begins to darken, and you can see these red, orange lights, like up above the clouds. It does not take long for the worst to happen. It begins to rain meteors on the island and on yourselves. Technically, this happens the moment the Balrog is reduced to 0 health. So we're just going to do that, and then Kieran, keep going, because things happen. Everyone, you would need... I would need you to make a dexterity and athletic, or dexterity and survival, your choice, roll. And you need to beat 6 successes.
Question.
Yes.
Does this count as chaos?
I mean, it's fairly chaotic, yes.
I cannot be harmed by chaos. So, can I use my role to instead assist everyone else?
In this case, I would say no, because it's just that for you, you'll be somehow not hit by any meteor.
Okay.
But even if you were to approach someone, like, that person could still be hit. You're just going to be, like, showered with, like, dirt and rocks and debris, but nothing else will happen. But they, like, this demigodhood, I believe you have the thing that makes everyone around you.
Well, I was just thinking, like, if I can see someone is about to be hit by a meteor, can I push them out of the way because I know that it's not going to hurt me? So, like, maybe
no, that's the thing. The meteor would then deflect from its trajectory, and hit the other person.
Oh, never mind then.
You're immune, but that's the thing. Everybody else around you isn't.
Okay, I tried.
All
right,
Another
so
question. Does
Yes.
this count as after battle?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
As much as it seems like it's after battle,
Nope.
It's
that's
just the
why I'm
beginning.
asking.
Dexterity, and what was the other 2 options?
you choose between survival and athletic.
Didn't need it anyway, I guess.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
here we go.
I've got my
Oh.
that's for them. I'm just gonna roll for everyone like right away, and
Give
then
momentum
I'll
for that
explain
fail.
the consequences.
So bummer about everyone else, but I'm
Bummer
gonna
about-
remind the momentum.
I mean, you're the only one that's fought like that has consistently like been in battle. Like,
Yeah.
Meteors fall across the battlefield. Oh, Boudica. Okay. The giants are just thrown away by the impact. Some of them receive like meteors right on their faces. They're squished. The only thing left behind that indicates there was a giant at some point is just a crater with maybe a few like burnt up scattered bones in it. The giants have failed, and they're not gods. They're gone, all of them. The rest of you who have not rolled 6 successes, you will take 3 damage.
Okay.
just click 3 of the on that line, or the.
So basically it goes like bruised, injured, and maimed.
All right, I'm injured.
Yeah, because you have enough stamina, so...
Yeah.
Okay, I have a stamina of 4, so there's like a +2 next to the injured and injured.
No, so
And
basically, let me
Okay.
fix it
There we
very
go.
quickly.
All fixed. Yeah.
Oh, no, you go up here. There you go. So in your case, same as D, it's bruised, injured.
Bruise, injured. So I'm injured then.
Yeah. So you both have a +2 complication on, well, let me ask you, what does that look like? What does this injury looks like?
I would assume that when he sees these meteors coming, the best way, since he doesn't have a shield, the only shield he has is the bat, and he's swinging to try to knock them away as they're coming at him. And unfortunately, one of them came down as a knuckleball, swings as a misses, and gets him on the shoulder. And he's got a dislocated shoulder.
Okay. Dislocated shoulder. D?
Oh, I think D just like one like lands next to her and just throws her like a couple yards. She like does that thing where she rolls for like a good like few feet. Yeah, I think. I think maybe her arm's broken.
Ooh, broken arm. Okay.
Yeah.
JD failed, and he doesn't have that much. He is currently maimed. As a meteor just exploded like at his feet, sending him flying up. And he broke. Basically, in his case, would have been like broken legs. And Boudica, who was, about to do something on her turn, is also now maimed as she got a meteor that exploded near her. Her injury, we're going to say, is she's on fire right now. The Balrog, all the flames and the magma seems to have solidified, cooled down, and the eye pops out of it. It's just a giant floating eyeball, reminiscent of what you saw in Ireland. And just like you saw in the sky of Ireland, it is now moving up kind of slowly towards the sky, looking at all of you.
How far away am I from it?
Right now, it's just like floating above the corpse of the Balrog.
All right, with my not primary arm, but
Oh no, but
not the arm that's
you
bigger
just
than-
played
Okay,
because you broke the 2 eyelids.
okay, we're
That
still
caused
we're
that.
still on, okay.
Yeah,
We're still
so
on, okay.
it's
I didn't think we were still in rotation. Okay.
yeah, no, it's
Never
just it's an ability it has when it reaches 0 HP, and that's what you did. So we still have Kieran left to play in the Godlings.
Shit. How far high is it?
It's, like I said, it's just floating above the body of the Balrog. Like, if you climb on the Balrog, you can hit it with a melee weapon.
I climb on the Balrog and grab it.
Oh, the eye is giant.
I
What do you
try
mean
to grab it? Like, with whatever strength I have and can, I try to grab it to keep it from floating off.
From floating off?
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I mean,
A 1 in might.
You've survived falls from great heights, so this isn't.
it's a
Yeah,
grapple.
exactly. This is fine. My
So
dad
what-
chucked me out of the sky. I'll be okay.
What you need basically is score enough successes to that you would damage it, and choose instead to grapple it.
Okay.
So
how much
you need-
HP does an eyeball have?
You need 5 successes. But you also have the +1 because of the fate of the now dead giants, and +1 due to mourning. So
Okay.
technically you're gonna need 3 successes.
This thing no longer has the benefits of the vines, right? The vines, that's for the.
The vines are gone now.
The
Well,
mark-
mind you,
the
no,
mark
because
piece.
they're enhancement to the players. So yes,
Yeah.
meaning Kieran, you only need 1 success minimum.
Oh,
Climb-
okay.
Climb up
What
to
am
it.
I? What am
Climb
I
up to the
rolling?
things.
It's a might in close combat attack.
Okay. Come on.
Come on, we have momentum. We need
Yeah.
someone to get up on that thing.
It'll be worth the momentum. Worth for momentum on this.
Please. Oh
Yes.
yeah.
So that is 6 successes with all your enhancement, right? 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. -5 because that was the defense you needed. So now you have 1 left, meaning that your grapple, yes, the eye is grappled, but the eye only needs to roll 1 success to get free. You want to spend momentum to increase that. By the way, because 2 of you have failed your dodge check from the meteorites, you're now at 5 momentum.
Oh, we're at 5.
Yeah.
Should
for
I
it.
use 2?
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
Please. Please. Yeah.
1 more success.
Yeah.
All right, so it needs 2
Yeah.
successes
Okay.
to get free of it.
Make it earn it.
All right. That ends the Godling's turns. JD has like a +4 difficulty to everything. So, seeing what Kieran is doing, JD will throw its spear at the eye, but it's a Hail Mary at this rate. Because, yeah, he needs 9 successes. The spear just goes up and falls down. He's unable to do much right now. He's basically within inches of his life. Boudica, kind of the same thing. She's going to take her turn to put herself off. And then, you know, pissed off, will take her sword and charge at the Balrog. But that will be her turn. Doesn't get to attack yet, but is not going to let this fly. Balrog didn't get to play. Godlings. Oh no, wait. Oh, I still need my eye.
Uh-oh.
The eye in the sky.
Wait.
Oh shit.
Looking at you.
Okay. Cool. Wait. Never mind. Keep going.
Okay. As the eye floats away, it's gonna use that ability. Everyone, because medium range and you're all within range of doing something, you feel this oppressive despair as you look into the eye. You've done everything you could to fell the Balrog, and still, despite all that you did, it seems like it's just not going to work. You're just all going to fail, and there's no point in you continuing. You should have just left the island, like the Fomori did. This curse of despair will give you a +2 complication to all your might and dexterity actions. Anything based on might or dex now requires 2 more successes.
Joke's on you. That was already garbage.
But that's what it is. Everyone on the battlefield is just looking at the eye and wondering if it's worth to keep fighting. And Godlings, it's your turn.
I am standing atop the Balrog's body with the Fomori. So I will call out to the nearest one.
Oh, the Fomoris are all dead.
Oh, they're all dead.
Because
oh,
of the
sorry.
meteor.
They're all gone.
Oh, I missed that. Well, this still works. It's just a little less easy. I'm going to jump towards the eye and try to just stick my sword in it.
Kieran is still holding onto it, so that'll give you a +1 enhancement to it.
I have effortless leaping epic dexterity, so I am just gonna swing and aim. Would this be might close combat?
Oh yeah.
Or okay. All right, that is 4, 5, 6 successes.
And then the vines. 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
You needed 5 successes to damage it. So
Okay.
that works. It takes 1 damage. And you've got 3 additional successes for stunts. What do you do?
Tricky at this point. Is this I'm wondering if I can shove it back down.
Like knocking it down type of thing?
Yeah. Like I have shove has variable successes to push your opponent back. But I'm wondering if I just like lodging my sword in it and putting my weight behind it will bring it back.
With you
down
and Kieran, sure, what's your might? Oh wait, no, you don't have 3 successes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because you had a +2 complication because of the curse. So you only have
Right.
1 extra success. You can still do it. It's just not going to be as effective.
Sure. I still feel like that is fair.
So what is your might?
My might is good.
The number.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Okay.
5.
Oh, so that's 5 meters. That would be 15 feet about that you could shove it back down, which is more than what it's floating up by. So with you and Kieran, if you wanted, you could plop the eye back into the Balrog.
Sure.
You just bring it down, the two of you. Kieran's still grabbing like the jelly-like substance that makes up this giant eyeball. And with you...
Are we sure doing that won't have some sort of like, it won't regrow some eyelids or something? It won't like revitalize the Balrog? Like,
I don't know,
or
but
stick
it's
it in the
getting
battery
away.
or something.
I've got a plan on what if I can make a hit on what I want to do that might help
Can Dee use her vines to, like, strap it down?
Well, I mean, it's all of your turn at the same time. So if you push it down and D uses the vines, like, you can all do that before the Balrog gets a chance to act.
Yeah.
Because what
There
I'm
you go.
thinking about doing, I'll let you know. I'll know what I'm thinking about doing right now is taking the shillelagh, not the wide end that you normally hit the Baldwin, but the knob end, taking that into the pupil and playing mortar and pestle with it to try to destroy anything inside the eye. I want to try to get inside and destroy it.
It's very gory.
will-
Okay.
I will try and.
So pushing it down, and then the vines are going to cover it, and then Finbar comes in and begins to stir.
Mhm.
Is that
That's what's happening.
the strategy?
Yeah,
Okay.
that is the strategy.
Morning, Kieran, you've shoved the eye back down, and just as you do so, you see like these like dozens of vines and roots just begin to pierce out of the ground and wrap the Balrog. The efficiency of that will depend on D, but this is still what happens.
Sure.
So it's what, at present survival?
Yeah.
It is knocked down, it is grappled.
It's got like.
So that's +2, +3 because of morning. You don't benefit your own enhancement of
I
your...
don't think I
But you still have a +3, so technically all you need is 2 successes.
Oh.
Momentum pool.
There is 3 momentum in the
Can I
pool.
use 2?
So forth.
Okay. Alright, so 2. Come on. Oh god. Okay.
That's 2 successes.
okay.
Yeah,
Ooh.
wrapped in, and you see the eye keeps trying to fly upward, but there's a sword lodged in it, and there are Kieran's hands lodged in it, and now there's probably a baseball bat lodged in it. Finbar. 1
Is
for
this still gonna
morning,
be-
2 for prone, 3, 4, 5 for the vines. You only need 1 success. At this point,
Okay.
you only need 1.
Is this still
Okay.
might and close combat?
Yep.
Have stacked effect on this thing.
I love
Oh, boy.
strategizing together, though.
It only had 1 life left. Because it had 1 for each eyelid. And when it floated up, it was almost done. With your baseball bat just shoved in it, the moment you start mixing, it just
Break
the
up that
first
aqueous humor inside.
yeah, the first, like, maybe half second, you feel a lot of resistance. And then all of a sudden, the other second, you're almost, lifted off your feet by just the momentum of your swing as you swing through nothing. The eye has completely disappeared, and your bat actually hits, like, the side, like, the inside of the ribs of this of the Balrog, the now cooled off rock and lava inside. It just goes bang, and with that, we're gonna take a short break and come back for the aftermath. Congratulations, Science. There's about 15-20 minutes left. We'll be back in like 5, but this is your last 15 minutes of not being demigods. Be right back, everyone. And we're back. And with that, Balrog stands defeated amidst the destruction and chaos of the island. The magma has not receded. There are still gashes all over this place. Trees on fire. Slowly abating. Leaving behind just a charred, almost perfect circle around where the Balrog died. This place, this area of the island, is going to remain dangerous for everyone, probably forever. But what is most disconcerting is the sky. As you look up at the sky, you begin to see the clouds. You know, the dark clouds with the yellow lights begin to part. You see the blue, white, puffy clouds. And then you see, it's like green. It's like a mass of green, surrounded by darker blue. It's far up away, but you recognize it, at least Finbar for sure, and even everyone else who's ever looked at a map. But in the sky above you, you're seeing Ireland. And the rest of the earth. Like you were standing under like a double-sided mirror or something. There's a gust of wind, very powerful gust of wind, that basically just swoops in and destroys the rest of the Balrog. It just falls to dust like the giant it had disintegrated. And you can swear that in that gust of wind you heard people cheer. Like thousands, if not millions of people.
I've been live streaming this whole time.
Oops. A very wounded JD and Boudica will make their way to where you are, where the Balrog was a couple of seconds ago.
Since he's
JD
got the broken
crawling.
legs, I probably would have gone to help. Even though I got one bad shoulder, with the other shoulder, I can help prop him up and bring him over to us.
He's hurt. So is Boudica. She's got half of her body just burnt. And then you see from the edge of the clearing all of those curious souls beginning to poke their heads out, wanting to know if everything's done. If you've won, or if their reality is going to go. And we're going to cut there and just fast forward to that night at camp. You've had time to dress your wounds, to breathe a bit. People are celebrating. It's night sky, kind of. There's still Ireland and Earth above you. You can sort of faintly see stars beyond the reflection of the Earth, like it was just a somewhat transparent layer. What would we find the four of you doing during those celebrations? How do you partay?
Well, the first thing Finbar would do is he'd look towards morning and look up and say, is this how the sky normally looks?
No. Hey, Finbar. Can I ask you something?
Certainly, Milas. Anything you like.
How did I do today? You know, like, as a warrior and a leader. Do you think my mom would be proud?
Well, to quote a pulp hero classic line that I know well and a lot of people I know are fans of, you were fantastic.
I'm not good at speeches. And I feel like I've learned a lot about not knowing a lot since we got here.
If I was your mother, I'd be as proud of you as if you were my own child. As if I would for my own.
Thanks.
Boudica would come to sit by the two of you.
I'll nod to her when she arrives.
I agree with Finbar. You did great.
Thank you.
I, on the other hand, did not do great.
What?
Maybe Bellinors was right. Maybe I'm not ready for another turn of the wheel.
But that's what you've been waiting for this whole time.
I think I've got more work to do on myself before.
Let me say this, Boudica. First of all, initially, you may not have felt that this was your fight per se. But you were there. You helped us find where we needed to find. You helped us get to where we needed to go. You got us here. If it wasn't for you, we would have been in no position to have fought this battle. Sometimes roles change, and there's nothing wrong with growing in that.
We're just gonna leave that here. On her pondering what Finbar just said. Look to Dee and Kieran. What's happening with you?
Celebrating with us.
Huh?
Who all is here celebrating with us?
The refugees? Taliesin is one of them. JD. Some of the refugees from the other camps, now that word is spread that the shadow and the fire is gone. There are no more giants.
Well, she can, survives on energy drinks, has a very, very low tolerance. So, I think she's curled up, it's like, oh, what's so loud?
Kieran, on the other hand, is an Irish New Yorker and is very obnoxiously telling anyone and everyone who will listen about how he led his giants into battle. The great Loki, a god, truly, leader of my party. You should have seen us. You should have seen the way that we shone. Not without me, of course.
There's quite a troop of people around you, quite the little crowd, just drinking in your words.
And you hear Finbar shout from the distance. How does it feel to be a god with your people gone now?
Still a god!
That's right. When they ask if you're a god, what do you tell them?
Still a god.
The party keeps going for a while. Eventually, JD comes out of the tent he was resting in, finally waking up from pain coma. Hobbling his way to a seat somewhere to just... Well, it's weird because the souls don't really drink and eat, so there's no food to be had. Aside from what you all have with you, there's nothing. It's kind of a weird party. So he just sits down on like a log and begins to do small talk with the people around them. And after a while, he'll get up to go to all of you. He's like, I don't want to be a party pooper.
Wait.
But I'd be ready to go back home. I mean, and he looks down at his legs. I'd like to rest in a place where I can eat, drink, and watch TV. I don't know about you.
Well, my friend, I think you've earned that right.
I think we all earned that. It's just I know that, and he looks to morning. This place is, you know, special. So, whenever you're ready to go, just make sure you come get me. Alright? I still haven't figured out the whole moving through doors type of thing. Also, and he looks at the camp, there are no doors. I don't know if you've realized.
No, I think I can take care of that if we need to.
Good.
One more thing that Finbar wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to pull out his phone and send a text to Naman and ask if there's been any change in the eye.
It takes a couple of minutes for, you know, the signal to go through the underworld.
Mhm.
But you do get an answer. The text reads, well, look who finally decided to show up. Naman is currently indisposed. But if you want to talk to her, I guess you're going to have to come back home. And it is signed Professor Henry Morgan. And we're going to stop there.
That little...
Oh, the timestamp on your phone? You know, when you begin to type in your, send your text and everything? The date on your phone, I should say?
Oh, did it?
Oh
It
no.
is not the date that you left.
How
Of course
far?
it's not.
It's been a year.
What?
Well, I'm not in school anymore, I guess.
We were just wondering about that.
Oh, my mom's gonna kill me.
So,
Where is Naman?
we'll see you next week, I guess. Or I should say next time, because I need to talk to all of you offline. We might just skip a week, viewers, to do all of the level ups to Demigodhood, so that, you know, we start in earnest the second leg of our Scion's apotheosis, and the start of another story arc. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. Thank you, players, for taking time off of your Saturday to come almost die to a Balrog. It could have been worse had someone not prevented me from playing 2 turns in a row, which is essentially half of combat. I have learned my
We're
lesson.
good at strategy. Yay, us.
Well, I mean, this is the first time I think you've had to, most of you used a lot of your abilities.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first
I
time
haven't
I've
seen-
ever spent the Herald of Victory
Mm-hmm.
for battle.
That was good.
I mean, that Herald of Victory, statistically speaking, that was like a 20% buff to all of your checks.
Yep. That was huge.
I was very afraid that Morning was not going to be good in this fight because of Swing Big Sword not fitting well with this particular beastie.
It could have.
But I am glad that there are still ways that I can help contribute and buff. Provide buffs for the team.
Mm-hmm.
No, the worst was the eye. The worst was literally the eye, which
Yeah.
basically, to the 4 of you, would not kill your character unless you decided to, but it gives you a complication called dead.
Cool.
That's a little bit complicated, yeah.
And
Yeah.
basically, while you have this complication on, you can't do anything, unless choose to die. So you can roll each turn to try to get rid of it, or wait until the Balrog is defeated, or choose to have your character die. Yeah,
Cool beans.
Yeah.
but those that don't have at least 1 point of legend are automatically disintegrated on the spot, which would have happened to Boudica as well.
Oh.
Oof.
Dang.
Yeah.
Glad she made it out of there.
Ended with no giants.
Well,
No,
they
I
fought
figured-
well. They did go for it.
Yeah, I figured I would do it against the giant first to show you.
The giants
Mhm.
were like the showing us whatever happens. Like,
Mhm.
oh, you're hit. That thing's
Yeah.
dead.
We'll demo with the giant for science.
So, tell us, players, who you are, where we can find you. If you have anything going on before our next session, I'll go last. We'll do same order as we did the intro, beginning with the Scion of Hogma, Finbar.
All right, I'm Hawkeye, or Kentucky Hawkeye. Other places you can catch me here online, Monday nights on my channel, Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium. Monday nights is family nights. My daughter Bonnie and I are playing our way through Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. We're about halfway through the Attack of the Clones story right now. Tuesday night is the weekly Skyrim serial. I've started a new character on this one. Her name is Bev Set. She is the oft mentioned but never seen sister of Bellathor. We could find out where she has been and why what Bellathor says about his family may be a little bit more truer than people want to think. That we're going to be going through her adventure of justice and revenge. And then Wednesday nights is Grappler's Keep, my WWE 2K20 universe where number DMs, GMs, and RPG players from across the Twitch universe compete in a ring that we lovingly call the Dice Tray, where we got one more week until our next pay-per-view event, the Fiendish Stockade. Hannah still has the bag of holding briefcase that she can cash in any time to try to get a shot at the world title. Renee holds the women's hunter's mark, which has to be defended every time that she has. And if she gets 4 successful defenses, she gets a free title shot. However, the person holding the title is the head of the faction that she's in. So we've got a nice little complication brewing there. And Simon's working his way up through there. And there's going to be I'll do little spoilers here. I've got some plans for his wrestler combined along with mine coming up here in the near future as well. So we've got all sorts of stuff brewing there. And then otherwise you'll also find me here on Saturdays as well. Otherwise, I'm Cancer Cleric by day and RPG Fanboy by night.
Deep.
Hey, I'm Lynn, Gremlin Art, pretty much everywhere on the socials, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, where you can find my art and the games I'm playing throughout the week. And you'll catch me in a couple hours, 8 p.m. Eastern time, for Song of His Fortune, where part half of the bickering bards of the party, Anna, and our party's finally together in one place. We might have a goal in mind, and my character picked the greatest reason for joining the party, which is we're bored and we want to have some fun, which is maybe not the stablest way to join the party. And on Fridays on Gunhead Gaming's YouTube, we just had our first episode of Burning Kansas. First time playing Vampire the Masquerade, where I get to play Ruha, and yeah, we're starting a little bit of playing both sides for a power grab situation, so that should totally be not okay for everyone.
Next, yeah, the Scion of Loki. Kieran.
That's me. I'm Hannah. You can find me on Twitter at Hanimation Art and everywhere else, Instagram, Facebook, yada yada, Hanimation Studios. Or you can find my shop at hanimation.shop if you want to see the cute, fun things that I sell. You can find me in person next at WasabiCon next month. And tonight I will also be joining D as the other half of the bickering bards over on Praxagor Thesmophoria's channel for A Song of Agapia's Fortune. Other than that, you can find me on Thursdays here on the Wandering DM channel for some Hill County horror, things that are starting to get a little more horrifying, and we're all cracking at the seams a little bit, and that's just the fun part. And then, of course, back here for some more Scion next Saturday. Cannot wait. Very excited. Or not next Saturday. Whenever we decide to come back. Demigodhood. Yeah.
And last but not least, Morning.
Hey y'all, I'm Renee Rhodes. I've played Morning today. You can find me on Twitter at RayDNR, where I post about any projects I have going on, as well as lots of pictures of my cats. Because that's the kind of content creator I am. I am here Saturdays whenever we decide to come back. And I also have a podcast episode releasing for International Podcasting Month that I voice acted and edited. And that releases on the 25th as part of a month-long event. So check out International Podcasting Month on Twitter for that.
Awesome. Thank you again, players, for coming. Thank you, people, for chat, for standing by and watching this very combat-heavy episode unfold. You can find me... when's the next time? Oh, on Monday, we're continuing Vampire the Masquerade chapters, where our Montreal by Night Chronicle, I should say, and then on Wednesday for the finale of the Exhamshire Moor over on Laugh Love Lindy's channel. It's a Good Society game, and we've done our last time skip last week, so we're basically just doing the epilogue of everything, and my master plan of screwing the life of one player finally came to pass. And I got my revenge for her breaking me up with my boyfriend when I was 13. I am now 46. And otherwise, I'll be producing Hill Country Horror on Thursday, and then you can find us back probably not next week, but the week after, just so we have our little level up session between ourselves, because there's a lot of things to bring our Scions into demigodhood. And I don't think we can do it in like the spare time we have over the week. So back on October 1st for new Scion. Thanks for coming, everyone, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.